I was not sure today if I would post this video, but I need to do it because someone out there needs to hear my message. Have you ever been bullied in your life? Have you ever been going to a very raw emotional time and that you thought that you will never get out of it? And maybe you are still struggling with everything that happened in your life? Well, then this video is for you because I am not going to tell you a little bit about my bullied years, but also how to get over it. Hi, I'm Ranjana and I am helping people to reach freedom, not only in their inner world, but also in their outer world, so they can really live life on their own terms. I have been bullied for about 6 years. It started in primary school. I had a very best friend and we were hanging out together after school for almost 2, 3 years. And it was really fun. And then high school came along and we went to the same school. And I was already a little bit uncertain and insecure because it was a totally other village. I was never go there. I've never been there. It was about 15 kilometers from the village that I was living in. But I was also excited, but actually I didn't know what to expect. So the very first day, it became totally clear what was really going on there. We went there, my friend and I, we went there to the school, and it was, I don't know what happened there, but out of the blue, suddenly it became totally clear that I didn't belong there at all. There was this big group of girls, and they were wearing high heels and having makeup on and having all these clothes with brands. And I was just a village girl with the big bag full of books. And I was just very, shy and uncertain and insecure and just doing my very best to belong. But I didn't belong at all. And what happened was that the friends that I was best friends with, she left me alone and she joined this big group of, very popular girls who had a big mouth and they really liked shouting and they thought the world was their own. And the first day, really, I thought that I would cycle back with my best friends to home. But what happened was that she joined this other group and she was just cycling back with them and not with me. She didn't look at me anymore. She was totally involved with these popular girls that she was really happy that she belonged there, but I didn't. She didn't invite me. She didn't ask me if I would like to join, nothing. So what happened was this big group of girls, they were cycling in front of me and I was just 15 meters behind that. And sometimes they were looking backwards to me and they were thinking like, oh my goodness, look at her. How nasty does she look? Oh, she is ugly. Oh, she is bad. All these nasty things. And I just felt so vulnerable and so humiliated. And I only thought, what is going on? I have nothing done anything wrong. And why are they doing like this? And then sometimes it happens on that first day, and that happened then for another 5 years every day. They suddenly stopped and they just blocked the whole road, so I could not cycle anymore, and I could not going around them because they were just blocking me. And they just started to talk about all these different things, and sometimes they're looking at me like, oh, like this, but they didn't let me through. And the best friend I had also didn't look around from me. She also didn't help me. So that went on for about 5 years. And all those 5 years, it became so severe at a certain point that I was in the morning when the alarm went off. I already felt a knot in my stomach and I felt like, oh my goodness, I hope, and it was really bad. It was for about 5 years. It was like that every day. I thought, I hope that I will make it today. I had this fear of death almost every day. And every day they were blocking my roads. They were just pushing and pulling my back off my bike and just putting my throwing away my bag with books in the bushes, and then my bike in the bushes, and then they were just sometimes they were really locking me up in a toilet, and they were really standing in front of it so I could not go out. So a lot of things happened there, and I just felt I felt so fearful. I had such a lot of fears, and every day when I went back, then it took a big time to get finally at home because they were blocking the road constantly and scolding me, etc. And after when I had a holiday, then the first week I could a little bit relax, but then the second week I started to feel very nervous again because I had to go back to school, and I never knew what was happening then, okay, and what was happening there. And one day that was actually I think that was actually more shocking than ever. One day I was 17 years old. It went on for 5 years. The school didn't do anything. Nobody did anything. My mom didn't know what to do about it, so she also didn't know. Well, she was comforting me and really, she was there for me with words, but not with actions, right? So what happened after one summer holiday? I was 17 years old. I was very nervous again to go to school. And then one of these popular girls came up to me, and she said just like this. She said, "Ranjana, we talked about it. We are not going to bullying you anymore because, it is done. We don't like that anymore. And if you want, you can join us, and you can hang with us during school time or with breaks, and you can cycle back with us to home." And I was totally shocked. I was extremely shocked. I actually that was the most worst part of everything. That I thought, okay, just one decision. They talked about it. It was not funny anymore, and it was just one decision. And I only could think, so why now? When what I've been through for 5 years, why now and why not earlier? But it was like it was, and that year I got a lung infection, a really bad lung infection. I had about 3 antibiotics, and then I went to the physiotherapist about twice a week because he had to clap my lungs because all the crap that was going on there and all the slime that were in my lungs, and it really had to get out. And then I couldn't do my exams. But all the other popular girls were doing their exams. So the next year, when I was 18 years old, I could do exam, and all the bullies, they were already to another school. So that was the last year on my high school that finally felt relaxed. So why am I telling you this? I don't know about you, but I have been struggling with all this emotional shit going on for years in my life. And if I look back, then I see that there was the seed of longing for freedom. And I always have longed for freedom. I want to have freedom in my inner world, but also in my outer world. And I want to have my own money, and I want to have, having an online business that is working for me and everything. But everything has to do with freedom. And if you have been bullied or raw emotional have times in your life, and then you feel like you are feeling left alone, you're feeling this pain, you are humiliated, you feel like you're nothing worth, no self-confidence, no self-esteem, nothing. And it took me, I don't know, it took me I think about 25 years to get really, really over it. And that's why I want to share it with you. If you're still struggling because you have been bullied in your life, there is a way out. And I'm going to give you 4 tips that you can use to really get rid of all this pain and all this frustration, and that you can feel and start to feel that you are good enough. You are beautiful. You are good the way you are. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? It has nothing to do with you that you have been bullied. I also thought that for a very long time that it was me. but it was not me. It was just the circumstance. It was just like if there had been another girl or boy who also was very insecure and very uncertain, etc., then he or she was the person, right? So I think I know for sure it's not personal, but I have felt it for a very long time, almost, well, the half of my life. I have felt it was me. And when you think that it's you, then you have an even bigger problem, right? Because then you are also lacking self esteem and self confidence, and you really start doubting yourself. And well, actually, and you know that's totally not freedom. And at the same time, now you are an adult, you know that you are far more than that part of your life that you have been bullied, right? But it still can be a big part of your life. And that's why I'm going to give you 4 tips so you can get rid of it. And the first thing really is seek help. And I know it sounds stupid, but I thought for a very long time that if I talk with friends about it, or with my mom and other loved ones, that would be the way. But actually it's not the way, because you don't want to have your friend or your mom or your dad or your loved ones as your therapist. You really want to have professional help, so that the bond you have with your loved ones stays the way it is. They are there to support you, but not to be your therapist. And the second thing, what really helped me, that it was also part of this totally recovery from all of that, was that I was one time in my life, I was very depressed, also about this, but also other things that were going on. And I was really depressed, and I didn't want to use the normal medication for that, because I just don't believe in chemical stuff. And that's why I discovered these insoles that you can wear in your shoes, and there is magnetism in it. And if you know that the whole earth where we are living on is has of course gravity, but also has magnetism in it. And the moment you start to walk barefoot, you are in contact with the magnetism of the earth, and that's why you can feel relaxed. But if you, as you know, not a lot of people are walking barefoot in this society, because it's just, I mean, it's not very good, not always very nice, because people are throwing stuff on the roads and everywhere, right? And you don't want to step into that. So there is a solution for that. You can wear magnetic insoles in your shoes, and it really helps you ground. It not only helps you ground, but you go out of your mind, and that is necessary, because when you have been bullied, you are an overthinker and you have been worrying a lot. So you have to go out of your mind, and you have to go back to with your attention to your feet. But how do you get with your attention to your feet if you are worrying all the time? So that is, you want to have it more easy. And the most easiest part to do is putting magnetic insoles in your shoes, so it goes automatically that you go out of your mind, in a positive way, I mean, and that you just feel relaxed. And I have a web shop, so if you are interested in that, to check it out, it's not expensive. You can just check it out, and you just put magnet here in the comments, and I love to share the link of my web shop with you, so you can check it out. It helped me for many, many, many years. Now I'm walking barefoot shoes, but before that, I've walked on magnetic insoles for about, I don't know, about 30 years or so. Maybe no, a little bit. No, I think about 25 years or so. I went with that. So that is the second tip I really would like to give you. And the third tip is really look into your eyes in the mirror. For me, it was very, very confrontational for me to do that, because I I felt so ugly, and I felt so in a minority. I felt so humiliated. I felt so in such a pain that I thought I was not good enough. I was not beautiful. I was not belonging here on this earth, with all these trauma things going on. But someone gave me the tip to just, even if it is 10 seconds, or even if it is 5 seconds, to look in your eyes in the mirror and you see the core being of your being. And there you see this little innocent, beautiful, loving child that is inside of you, that maybe still has all this kind of brushes and still is hurting. But if you really are looking into your eyes, it feels like that you finally see, as you are the mother of the child, and you see your inner child in a mirror, and you are a kind of a mother looking at her child in the mirror, and you really start to see how beautiful you are. And it is very, very confrontational. And you know why? Because this is a part that you have not developed in your life, because you have been in survival modus, like I have been in a survival mode. I don't know, maybe already for maybe 35 years or so. I have been in survival mode, and and in all those years, I have done a lot of therapy and coaching and counseling, and I did a lot of personal development work and spiritual work, and it's since about 15 years or so, I finally can say I am really over it, and I started to live, actually. And that, and all the things that I'm telling you right now have really helped me. So that's why I share it with you. Okay, so that is the second thing. So the first thing is, um, I forgot already. What is the first? I don't know. So the second thing is the magnetic insoles. And the third thing is to look yourself into the mirror in your eyes. And the fourth tip I would like to give you is that you just hold your thumb. You hold your thumb very loose in this way, and you hold it very loose, not like this, very loose in a very relaxed way. And it doesn't matter if it is your right thumb or your left thumb, but it's very relaxing. It gives you immediately relief in your mind, because you hardly can overthink anymore and start worrying, because it's just not possible. Because this holding your thumb in a very loose way is very making you letting go of the tension in your whole body, and letting go of the overthinking and the over worrying. And you can do it everywhere. If you are in the car, with friends, in the supermarket, wherever you are, you can just hold your thumb, and maybe you do it right, on the right thumb for a few minutes, and then you go to the left thumb, and just do it as long as it feels right for you. You even can hold your thumb when you are going to sleep. It is very relaxing and very comforting. Comforting, is that a word? Very comforting. And that is what I really would love for you, that you do that on a daily basis, and really start to feel, especially when you look yourself into the eyes, and maybe wearing magnetic insoles, really start to feel that you are good enough. And it was not personally. You thought it was personally. I also thought it was personally. I thought something is really wrong with me. Something is really wrong with me. But now I've understand it was not personally. It was, I was, it's, well, it's a wrong place in the wrong time, whatever. I don't know how you say that, but it was not me. I am good enough. We all are good enough. And if you are watching this, you are good enough. And I just wanted to say to you so badly, because I just know how it feels to feel so bad about yourself, and feeling so humiliated and frustrated, and scared, and really scared. I mean, I have felt for years that I thought I was going to die. All these 5 years that I've been bullied, I thought every day I'm not sure if I'm going to make this day. So I know how that feels, and I know there is a way out. So maybe you need to watch this video another time. And I just want to say to you, if this is if this video is helpful for you, just please put it in the comments. And if you want to say something about your situation, or you want to share something or whatever, just put it here in the comments, because I love to read from you. And just know, I am here for you. I am here for you because I know how it feels, and I know there is freedom. There is freedom outside of us. And not outside of us, but also in us. And we need to find our inner freedom and feel the outer freedom. And that is why it is so important to really get rid of the blockages that are really blocking you in every aspect of your life. That I have noticed that, right? And it is possible to get rid of it and start a new life. That happened to me about 15 years ago or something. A little bit, maybe 17 years ago. It really felt like I stepped into a new life. I started to develop spiritual things and capabilities and capacities, and it totally turned my life around. But it's really started with these 4 tips that I just shared with you. So if you think it's helpful, please put a word in the comments, it's helpful, or just share what you want to share. Okay, I'm here for you, and I just want to say, I believe in you. You are strong. I believe in you. You are strong. You're beautiful. You are more than good enough. There was never ever a time that you were not good enough. You have always been good enough. And you will be good enough. Always. Forever. Okay? I believe in you, and I know how strong you are. You are powerful beyond anything. And I know, because I know that for myself, so I know it also for you. You can do anything and everything what your heart tells you to do and to be. And it's really like be, do, have. So let's start with being before we do anything. And just be your true self. You are unique. We all are unique. We all have these same emotions and thoughts, etc. But we all are here on this beautiful planet with all unique talents, qualities, insights, and everything that totally belongs to you. And that's why I know for sure that you are capable of more than anything that you can reach and achieve in your lifetime. Okay? So I hope this video was helpful for you, and please leave me a comment. And if you want to have more information about the magnetic insoles, put the word magnet in the comments. I'll send you a link and just check it out in my web shop. Okay? I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!